Have you ever been talking to someone? Every day, everything seemed normal. The conversations flowed naturally, and then they disappeared. No goodbye, no explanation, no warning, just silence. One day they were there, the next day they were gone. And perhaps the hardest part isn't that they left, it's never knowing why. Today, we're uncovering the psychology behind ghosting and the real reasons people disappear without explanation. Welcome back to Insight Vault, the place where we uncover the hidden psychology behind human behavior, relationships, and the choices that shape our lives. If you're fascinated by psychology, relationships, and understanding why people do what they do, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Insight Vault, because every story holds a lesson, and every lesson begins with a single insight. Now let's open the vault. Ghosting has become incredibly common, but despite how common it is, most people misunderstand why it happens. Many assume ghosting means hatred or anger or cruelty, but the truth is often more complicated. One of the biggest reasons people ghost is avoidance. Many people struggle with uncomfortable conversations. They don't know how to reject someone. They don't know how to explain their feelings, and they don't know how to handle conflict. So instead, they disappear, not because it's the right thing to do, but because it feels easier. Sometimes the person who ghosts you isn't running from you. They're running from discomfort. They're running from guilt. They're running from difficult emotions. And unfortunately, silence often becomes their escape route. One of the saddest truths about ghosting is that closure is often something we have to create ourselves, because the explanation we're waiting for may never come. And the longer we wait, the longer we remain trapped in confusion. Another reason people ghost is emotional uncertainty. Sometimes a person genuinely likes you, but they're unsure about what they want. Instead of communicating that uncertainty, they disappear. They avoid making a decision, and the other person is left wondering what happened. This behavior isn't mature, but it is surprisingly common. At Insight Vault, we believe one of the biggest mistakes people make after being ghosted is assuming they did something wrong. They replay every conversation, every message, every interaction, searching for a mistake, searching for an answer, but sometimes the answer has nothing to do with them. Just because someone ghosted you doesn't mean you weren't enough. It doesn't mean you weren't interesting. It doesn't mean you weren't valuable. Sometimes ghosting says more about the other person's emotional maturity than it does about your worth. The healthiest response to ghosting is often acceptance, not because you received the answers you wanted, but because you recognize you may never receive them. And sometimes peace begins when we stop chasing explanations. What do you think? Have you ever been ghosted, or have you ever ghosted someone? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Here at Insight Vault, we read every comment and love hearing your perspectives. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your support helps Insight Vault continue exploring the fascinating psychology behind human behavior, because every story holds a lesson, and every lesson begins with a single insight. We'll see you in the next video.